Hello, hello. May peace and blessings be with you. I hope that you are doing well, my friends. If you are joining me live, hop on, say hello. If you're catching the replay, welcome to you as well. We are going to dive into a super cool topic today. The LeadConnector app is such a gem. I am very hopeful that if you're using OneTech, you're definitely using the LeadConnector app. But if you're using GoHighLevel directly or with another agency, and you may or may not be leveraging the power of the LeadConnector app. So today I'm going to dive in. I'm going to give you an overview, and I'm going to really keep it focused from the lens of coaches. If you're a coach using GoHighLevel, what are some things that you can use the mobile app for that will really help make your business super duper efficient? Okay, so there's my LeadConnector app in the top left corner. But before I do that, I'm going to share a quick tip with you. Anytime you're live streaming or just sharing your phone screen with anybody with a live broadcast or something like that, you want to swipe. I swipe diagonally from the top. That could be a little tricky too, but give that a try. And under this focus mode, I am going to turn on do not disturb. Once I do that, guess what happens? It hides all of the notifications and things like that. And also I will not be disturbed if a call or text messages come in and stuff like that. Especially, you don't want, if you're live streaming, you don't want your messages displaying live. Okay, so that's how that is. Okay, so we're going to go into the LeadConnector app. And right here, I'm logged into my training account. I have an SOT training account in my agency. That's what I use for my trainings and fun adventures and things like that. When you first log in, you are going to use your login, your email, and your password that you got when you signed up for GoHighLevel or OneTech. So that is your main password. That is what you're going to use to log in. Once you are logged in, then you're going to see your own account, your leads, your account, your contact records, and things like that. So while you're here, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of all of the things at the bottom. So the little bell in the bottom left is all of your alerts and notifications and things like that as activities are happening inside the app, inside your business. On the back end, you're going to see those alerts here. Messages, phone calls, all of those will show up here. I think phone calls show up there as well, but definitely messages and social media messages, text messages, things like that. Under the message icon, those are literally conversations. So anytime somebody's sending you a message, that's where you're going to see that. If you click on the little dollar sign, that is your point of sale system. We're going to do a deeper dive into that a different day. I'm not going to do a deep dive, but just know that with the power of this app, you're also able to collect funds while you're on the go. So if you are setting up, a booth or something somewhere at an exhibition or something like that, you have to accept payment. You can very easily do it with this app. You don't have to have any fancy software or anything like that. There used to be a little thing you could connect to your iPhone for the swiping. Now with the tap, you can just accept payment directly onto your phone from this interface using this app. Super duper powerful. We've used it and I love it. Okay, under calendars, you're going to see basically all your calendar appointments and things like that. I hope my internet connection is okay. I'm seeing that my connection is not stable, which is so interesting because I usually have really good internet. Is it because I have way too many things open potentially? My kids are not even home. They just left for their soccer practice. So, okay. So let's see. We talked about that calendar, and then you have your contacts. So under contacts is where all your leads go, however they came into your account, your ecosystem, whether they sent you a text message, they did a chat on the website, they texted you, they connected with you on your social media, on your business accounts and things like that, right? So any which way, whatever lead is coming in, you're going to see them all here. So, and you're able to then interact with them from here for everything. I don't even know what I do with my own account. Okay, I have like these test accounts everywhere, all over the place. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at the contact section or contact record. So these are all the different things that you're going to see. You're going to have these specific folders for different things, but you can also create more folders. So if I go into my own account, you're going to see a lot more folders. This is just a training account, so you're seeing only a few, but basically this is where everything is. If you expand the contact record, it's going to show you all of the fields that are filled in. Under contact info, you'll have the time zone and a few other things in here. Under billing info, you're going to see, I guess there is now billing info included in here also. This wasn't here previously, I believe. At least I haven't seen it. I wasn't paying attention to it. Okay. And then under actions, you have all the different automations and things like that that you can see that were run for this lead for this account. If you have any tags associated with this, they're here. You can also add additional tags from all of the ones that are already created. You can just tap the tag and it'll add that tag. If you have an automation that runs based on a tag getting added, if you just tap it from here, that automation will run. So there's a hot little tip for you over there. You can also add people to different automations. So you can just come in here and click on plus add. And if you have any automation set up over here, you can just add them to that. And you can even say when you want this automation to run for them, if you want it to run at a future date or time. So you're able to do all of this directly from your phone on the go. And I use this quite a bit if I'm ever traveling and I don't have the time to sit down and, set up my laptop and all of that. I just do mostly everything from my phone and I love it. Okay, and under D&D, you also have, if somebody marked do not disturb, you can check the status of that from here also. If you create any tasks or anything like that, those will show up here. If you had any notes made for this contact, you or your team, they will also show up here. If you schedule any appointments or anything like that, they will show up here. Please note that by default, I think it only shows you upcoming appointments, but you can also tap on this little filter button and you can look at all appointments, even the ones that were scheduled but in the past. Under transactions, you're going to see all paid transactions and things like that with this lead. And under documents and files, you can take a look at everything that was sent to them or received from them and all that good stuff. I'm trying to think, can you add a file from here to send? I haven't tried that yet, but my screen's cutting off a little bit. Wonder what's up with that. Okay, so those are basically just like some high level things that you can do under a contact record from here. The other thing I wanted to spend a little bit of time on this morning is if you tap on the little hamburger icon in the top left corner, you're going to see all these additional features that you can access just from the mobile phone. Social Planner is so powerful. We're going to do a deep dive into Social Planner a different day as part of these tutorials that I'm doing this month. So I'll cover all of that later on. But just know that you can schedule content for your social media accounts to multiple platforms on the go from this app. This is so powerful. I did that the other day. I had to get away from my desk because my kids had a game. It was a scrimmage, but this was the first time my child was going to play a different position. And I wanted to be there to watch him, and he scored. It was so awesome. So I didn't want to miss the game. So, but I also had something I wanted to post. So while my husband was driving, I asked him, I'm like, you don't mind if I finish up work? He's like, I don't mind. It's fine. So I sat there and I, just uploaded the picture and everything with it. Did it from my phone. It was fabulous. Got it all done and didn't miss the game. So if you are in that conundrum, use this app, please. Okay, so the other powerful thing that I love about this app is the media storage. It is so powerful, people. If you do a lot of your recording and stuff like that from your phone, you can just go into media storage and you can directly upload from your phone your video files and your images and things like that directly from your phone. It's so awesome. I love it. Opportunities would have all your pipelines and things like that. If you have set up any pipelines, those would show up here. If you have invoices, if you want to invoice on the go, you can do that. Yes, so prior invoices are in here as well. You can create an invoice on the fly. So if you work in the field from the field all the time, then this could be super powerful for you that you can just invoice your clients on the go and you don't have to wait until you get back into the office or anything like that. You can provide estimates just like that. You can also provide estimates to people on the go as well. I feel like this could be so helpful for people who are service providers, right? So many times, like we say, we'll send you a quote, we'll get back to you, and it takes us such a long time. So with the power of this app, you're just able to do it right as you're having a conversation. You can just say, give me like 2 minutes. I'm going to send you the quote right away. And after you build the quote, you can just send it to them via text message. You can email it to them, or you can send it to their text, and they could just tap on a link and open the estimate on their device. And right then and there, you're able to sign contracts and things like that. So speaking of contracts and things, you can also share contracts from here. I didn't know you could also create new contracts and things like that from here. That's awesome. Documents and contracts you can create from here as well. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to have to play with this. Also, I haven't done that yet. Okay, and then you also have insights, tasks. I'm not going to go over everything, but just wanted to give you an overview of all of the beautiful things that you're able to do on the go while you are juggling life, right? You're also running a business and juggling life. You're able to do that from here. Okay. I also just briefly want to talk about, if you're an agency owner, you also have a lot of power. As an agency owner, you also have access to other sub accounts as well on the go. So if you ever need to support a client on the go, you're able to do that as well. Please note that I do not recommend using just this app and abandoning the web version completely, because there's a lot that you can do with the web version that you're not yet able to do with the mobile. For example, building the automations, generating emails and things like that, templates and stuff like that, especially. I don't believe you're able to do that just yet. From here, you're able to send a quick message. If you already have an email template set up from the web version, you can absolutely use that while sending emails on the go. But I don't believe you have the ability to create that yourself directly from here yet. Okay, so if anybody's interested in figuring out how I am sharing my phone screen on StreamYard, send me a message and we can chat about it. I can certainly help you get that set up for your computer as well, but maybe we'll even do a training on that. Anytime you need to schedule a call with me, I will share my link with you as well. So if you ever need to book a call with me, you can always go to simplifyonething.com/schedule. That's going to show my open times, available times. And I have 3 different types of calls you can book with me at this time. You can do a quick hit tech call where it's just a 20-minute. You can quickly hop on and I can walk you through something quick that you need to troubleshoot or learn, right? People have used those calls even for learning something new as well in a short, bite-sized increment. So you can do that, or you can schedule an hour of my time, or even an hour and a half for like deeper, like business strategy, tech strategy, something like that. Those generally take a little bit longer. So an hour and a half is perfect for that. So just wanted to share that link with you. And I also want to share this new program that we have started that's making my heart happy. It's having a lot of benefit because this is where we have combined co-working sessions with tech support. It's like a very cool, innovative idea if you think about it. You can come to one of these sessions in 50 minutes. You're basically declaring your goal for the session, and you have different breakout rooms set up. If you need help with websites or funnels, or your automations, or your course building or content, or Canva, or video editing, whatever your heart desires, out of all of those different tech services, you can go to a breakout room with an expert in that breakout room who can help you with that. The idea is that you are going to go to the breakout room, independently work on your stuff, but if you get stuck or have questions, you have support available right then and there, and you don't have to waste time or anything like that. My intention for this program is that when you walk away, you have something solid built every single session, right? There's something magical about setting aside focused time to work on our goals and our priorities and things like that. And I feel like, days go by, weeks go by, and something we had started a long, long time ago, it never gets finished. So this is your chance to sit down, get focused, get it done, and be super duper productive with things for your business. Okay, so if you go to dreambelievelaunch.com/course accelerator, we are doing an evening session for this one. I'm just piloting this. I just want to see how this goes. If this helps, we will absolutely do it again. But also we need to make sure there's plenty of interest in that. If there's not, then I won't offer them again, because in the evenings I'm also busy with my family. But I really just wanted to give this a try, give you an opportunity in case you are working during the day and really need help and tech support and all of that at nighttime. if you're building your course, please hop into this. We are starting on September 15th for this one. So we're going to go the rest of September and the beginning of October. In 4 weeks, you're going to get your course built and launched. So I have the templates available for you for everything. You don't have to build anything from scratch. You just bring yourself and have the time, just stay committed, and all of the tools and everything will be provided. As part of this program, I also am giving you 30 days trial for One Tech. If you don't have a platform, you don't even have to worry about that. I'm giving that to you free of charge because I want you to see how much you can get done in just a month. You can get your course built and launched within a month with this amazing program. We don't call it accelerated for no reason. It is an accelerated program. The idea is that we're going to meet on Mondays and Thursdays in the evenings. And I also am adding the implementation sessions on Saturday mornings. So you truly don't have to take any time away from work, from your day job, to be able to build your course. Just join this program and then you'll be able to do it in the evenings and on the weekends. So just like you, I will also be working on Saturdays alongside you to make sure that your courses get built, right? Because I really, really know the power of having someone there with you while you're building your graphics, building your funnels, building your course portal and your course itself. And you're not doing it alone, right? So we will be there with you, making sure that it all gets done. And I'm also providing a guarantee that I've actually never provided before as part of this program. So if you don't have your program built, your course built, if you show up and do the work, right? So you have to show up and you have to do the work. If you show up and do the work, and if it's not built in 4 weeks while working together, I will work with you for another week free of charge, and we will get your course built, right? Because I really, really stand by the amazing work that we do, because it truly is transformative. Because my goal is to empower you to learn all of the tech skills to be able to do it yourself. I don't want us to constantly be doing it for you, right? Yes, we do that. We do that very lovingly and very happily. But at the same time, I really want to empower you to be able to do this for yourself as well. Later on, after you have built a couple of these, if you want to hire a VA to help you with that, absolutely do that. But I really feel that it is helpful to know the ins and outs of the system and how everything is built, because then even if your VAs later are building stuff for you, you have a really good understanding of how everything functions and how everything fits together. And if you ever have to make a tweak or make a change or something like that, you are not handcuffed. You're able to go in the system and do it yourself. I also want you to never feel that you're doing it alone, right? So as part of this program, this is pretty much the only program where we have these implementation sessions included as part of the program, because I know that so many times we attend programs with, either on-demand things or programs with other coaches where you walk away learning like what needs to be done, but there's no implementation time. You still have to, carve out time later on from your schedule to do it. As part of this program, what I've done is I have included 2 hours of implementation every week. So basically your time commitment is an hour on Monday, an hour on Thursday, and 2 hours on Saturday. So if you can do that for 4 weeks in a row, friends, your course will be built. Your course will be built. Your course will be launched, because that is what I want to see. Because if you have a talent or a skill that you're not yet sharing with the world, I want you to begin to do that. No more sitting on the sidelines, no more standing on the sidelines. Jump in, give this a try. Once you do it, you're going to see the entire process, the end-to-end process, what it takes to build a course and launch a course. And it's a lifelong skill. Think about it. You can then take this information and just rinse and repeat, right? And every single time you're rinsing and repeating, it's going to get better, because that's how it goes, right? The more practice you have, the more iterations you have, the better it will become. You just need to give this a try, sit down and just, begin. And lots of success will come your way. This is literally how I built my business. I launched one little program, and then I was listening to the people in the room. I was like, what is it that they need next? And whatever question they asked, I asked myself, is this something I can do? And 99% of the times the answer was yes. Or even if I didn't know how to do, I was like, I will go figure this out, and then I'll come back and we'll do it together. I'm all about, doing it together. So absolutely, right? Join this program and have lots of amazing results for yourself. We talked about messages. we didn't talk about appointments. You can schedule appointments on the go with this app very easily as well. You can go to the tap on the calendar at the bottom to do it. The way I like scheduling appointments is just by clicking on this little lightning bolt and just tapping on book an appointment. I'm going to do a deeper dive into this also. You just pick a contact and then you go through the prompts, and that's how you schedule an appointment. This is so super simple. As I'm on the go, this is how I do it. So I'm going to show you the same exact way how I do it as well. Okay, we briefly talked about automations. Automations, you don't build them on the app, you build them on the web version, but from the app, you can run them. You can add people to different automations and things like that as needed. So you certainly can do that. And social media posting and scheduling and all of that, we're going to do a deep dive on that separately. Okay, one other cool thing is when you're on the go, if you're on about, you can also collect contact information and stuff like that, right? So if you have a new lead that you talk to, you can just tap on add contact and you can just fill in their first name, last name, email, and phone number if you have it, in a time zone. If you don't, I want to just kind of point out that time zone is important. If you don't pick the right time zone, then when you're scheduling appointments, it's going to assume your own time zone for that contact. And sometimes, that may not be the case. So a couple of times, like I've heard from people where I did not include their time zone because I manually had scheduled the appointment or something, and the system assumed my time zone and they were in a different time zone. So please don't make that mistake for your records. If somebody's complaining that the notifications they got for the email or for the calendar invite they got, it had the wrong time, it likely is because of this, because their time zone was not set up correctly. So there you go. I'm sharing another tech tip with you. Just go back and check their time zone and fix that and resend. And I think that will clear that. That will make it work. Okay, so you're essentially able to access your entire business on the go from this mobile app. One other thing I wanted to say about adding contacts, right? So I'm going to tap on the plus sign again. You can also just scan business cards. If somebody hands you a business card, you can literally scan the business card and it will read the information off the business card and fill in the fields for you. And before you save the contact, just glance over it to make sure it spelled everything correctly and all of that. And that's it. And that's how you can capture a lead and save their contact information in your phone as a contact record just by scanning their business card. Okay. If you have any questions about anything I have covered today, reach out to me. Let me know. I'm always open to hearing your feedback, because the more questions you have, the more ideas it gives me, and then I can keep building more trainings and things like that for you. I'm super duper committed to doing Monday morning trainings inside Wealthy Startups, and now I'm live streaming to the Facebook page. So please follow my Facebook page, which is Simplify One Thing, and you will start to receive notifications for these events going forward. I'm quickly going to talk about the upcoming session. So we're going to stay pretty focused on this LeadConnector app because I want to do a few deeper dives with you, because I really want you to use it every day and, just run your business more efficiently. So next week when we meet, I'm going to share a few hacks. I didn't really cover a whole bunch of hacks today, but I'm going to cover a few hacks for you next week. Don't miss that session, because those are the tricky things that you may not find out on your own, or it may take you a while to do. So I'm going to just share with you some things that I've learned just by trial and error and, by learning from other people. So I will pass that knowledge on to you. So next session, that's what we'll cover. On September 15th, the session we're going to have is going to be on social media content on the go. So I'm going to do the deeper dive on the social planner, how to create content and all of that. A couple weeks ago, somebody asked me a really good question about, if you build something in Canva, how do you upload it and schedule it on the go from the mobile app? So I'm going to show that process also, because I think that would be really helpful for you, because I use Canva for designing stuff. My graphic designer does, but I also use Canva all the time for designing our graphics and things like that as well. Okay, on the 22nd, we are going to do a deeper dive into scheduling your calls. I will just do a full walkthrough of that. And there are a few tricky things there also that I will just share so that you're aware of that. And on September 29th, we're going to talk about running everything with this app from your essentially running your business on the go, right? And I'm going to show you a few additional things if you're out in the field, how to collect payments, how to send estimates, how to send invoices, and a few other things, because I really, really want you to become, very like mobile friendly and be able to work from anywhere. Okay, so I am going to hop off. May peace and blessings be with you. I love you, and I will see you next week. Just keep showing up, keep doing the work. Your voice is needed, your brilliance is needed, and just continue to do what you do. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.